Hello everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for March 1st through the 7th of 2020. What a week last week. So how are you doing this week? If you missed the forecast, it's not a bad idea to review it because there's still reverberations energetically this week. It's all very personal, Mercury retrograde and Venus speeding toward hers, so we're responding to the reorganization of ourselves. Something is or has changed, and how you express yourself has evolved. Don't fall into old habits of self-expression. Take this retrograde opportunity to conjure a new vision for yourself and don't look back. Your values and priorities are being rearranged too, so pay attention to reverting to negative habits under pressure where food, sex, or money are concerned. It can be challenging to give up an old vision that never really materialized, but if you don't, the new one cannot come in on time. So deep breaths. If you're processing a lot of choices and changes and things going on right now, like most of us are, you really have to prioritize and focus on the things that are most valuable and most important to you. I should remind you here, too, that we're coming up on spring equinox in 3 weeks, which will usher in radically new and different energies and vibrations to navigate. Let's take as much time to process and integrate our thoughts and emotions about the fundamental shifts we have all come through over the last 1 to 10 years and beyond, so we can make the best decisions possible for ourselves going forward. New ideas and opportunities are going to be presented, and you do not want to choose from a place of lack and limitation or fear and doubt. If you need some support sorting things out, reach out. That's what a reading or a mentor session is all about. Finally, if you missed the Pisces article that I posted, that's just the general energies that we're navigating that it's really good to know of. It's still posted, and this week's Instagram Live with me and Margie of Basmati.com is posted as well on the Karmic Tools YouTube channel. This week we did some divinations to guide us around managing overwhelm and taking the first step at this time. So you may want to review that for some extra goodies. It's linked here in the blog as well. Plus, we are winding down, and I'm not sure how long after the month of March we will do the Instagram Live thing. So it depends on your response and if people still want to engage on that platform. I have to have people to play with, and we have consistently had 25 people as kind of the average every week. So now I need to hear from those of you who perhaps only watch the video replay and aren't able to join us physically on Instagram. If you find it useful and relevant, that is more incentive to keep doing it, so let me know. This week is light on activations, but they're important. We only have 2, and that's why I said it might be a good idea for all of us to review last week because it's tied in. These are like the last trickle-in ones that are all related. Venus already touched Jupiter and Pluto last week, and now this week she touches Saturn. So that's why I know we are entrenched in reorganizing our values and priorities on some level, and most likely a fairly fundamental level, our basics. Venus squaring Saturn, the energy can make you feel cool and detached with loved ones. It's time to take stock of your relationships and really evaluate the level of balance between giving and receiving. Business or personal relationships must have a balance of give and take. You may feel more aware of your true independence in life and start reevaluating the need for certain relationships at this time. This energy pushes you to dig for your individual fortitude and determination to live according to your personal values and priorities. So corrections or adjustments may be necessary and fairly obvious at this time. You may feel lonely, depressed, or disconnected, but it's just the universe forcing you to question or assess your current relationships, how you interact with others, and how you allow them to interact with you. It's good to periodically evaluate even the strongest relationship and check the foundation. Don't give in to ego-based fears, focusing on the lack and limitation or what is not working, but instead build on your strengths and honor the goodness that you have created together, as well as in yourself. This is the best time for intentional solitude because the insights you acquire through this process will help you down the road to stabilize your future. So that's what I mean. If we can organize our priorities in our fundamentals, the next level of options and opportunities will be much more fun to navigate. They'll be much easier to navigate, and you will choose better for yourself because these things are in place. So just your basics, home and work, self and others. So your primary relationships, your home base and environment that you live in there, how's that going? Your work, what you do for money on your day-to-day, how's the environment there? Let's just check in. No pressure, but if these things have already been changing, you want to get that change moving as fast as possible, because the other thing about the new energies that are more air and fire, that means we might get zapped a little more as well, where we're sort of suddenly shocked out of things. The feminine earth and water usually takes a little bit longer. Things are you ease into certain things. Not that earth and water can't be overwhelming too, but I just feel like air and fire is where the sudden aha moments come from, and the inspiration and the passion to get anything done. But at the same time, when it's popping in the world, it's all, like I said, lots of options and opportunities, and how do we make up our mind, because we're already in information overwhelm in this day and age. So knowing your values and priorities is a great place to start. And that happens on March 3rd, which is Tuesday. And that'll be the next day we're getting together live on Instagram. And you might want to check in on that one, because we're going to talk about this very thing, the Venus-Saturn reality check on relationships and finances. It's in the signs of Aries, Capricorn, so freedom and responsibility and the individual authority that you believe in, for yourself, your inner authority, and then what's the outer authority? Is it God or spirit or source, or governments and structures and bosses and parents, or what? How do you define authority these days? And how do you take control of your own life and be responsible for your choices? So this is the vibe this week, and that's what we do every week on Instagram, is we get together, and rather than do the weekly forecast, which is here, I talk about the energies and what we can really do with them. There's a lot more divinations, rituals, or ceremonies, things we can do to feel better. And Margie chimes in, and our audience chimes in, and they're always volunteering, great ideas and tips and tricks for themselves, like how they manage overwhelm. Most everyone agreed that nature helps in getting under the sky and taking periodic timeouts rather than waiting for the end of the day or feast or famine kind of things where you go through too long of a period without the timeout. That creates the imbalance. It makes us all crazy. So let's do that better, especially during a retrograde, because things are going to be slowed down anyway, so you might as well co-create. This is the best time for divinations when Mercury's retrograde, when we're doing inward processing. So that's when we ask our questions to get our confirmations of what we already know. Most of the time that's what it is. Or we get a little insight into the direction that we're heading or want to head. And so to that end, the very next day, on Wednesday the 4th, Mercury retrograde is going to sextile with Venus. And this is kind of juicy and only a one-off. You know how usually when Mercury's retrograde it'll hit something 3 times over, but this is the only one where they get together. And I think with it being retrograde, it's kind of a little magical window for us to explore the possibilities if we allow the creative imagination to have a voice. So this is the very next day. Venus has moved from 28 to 29 degrees Aries, which is in a good angle to Mercury retrograde at 29 degrees Aquarius. But those are also, the last degree is a critical degree. It's really important that we allow the opportunity that this activation represents to not be lost on us because we're in overwhelm for other reasons. So most of the Mercury retrograde is Pisces, and so it's a little different vibe. But this is a great opportunity to beautify your ideas, improve or deepen them so you are expressing more of your unique authenticity. Communication and relationships usually goes well under this influence, but I'm going to say with Mercury retrograde, maybe not. This energy also turns your thoughts and ideas toward how you feel and what inspires you with love and beauty. This is a great time to be particularly creative or do something that activates your own imagination and inner artist. It is best to keep it light and let go of your mundane burdens just for a time. Pleasure reading, a walk on the beach, a play, or museum are all good things to do at some point this week if possible. So I actually love this for it being Mercury retrograde and pre-Venus retrograde, which is coming up in Gemini. She's warming up. She's rounding the bend. So think of that energy of Aquarius, your unique contribution or your authentic self and your individual self having an opportunity to create something real, to beautify some aspect of your being. Maybe it's you, this is makeover time, it's spring, maybe a new look is in order, or the environment, really I'm redoing my environment over here for spring cleaning, getting ready for equinox. I'm so happy. I'm moving energy, and that's what we need to do monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually, whatever you can do. No pressure, no shame, no blame, but taking time, it's just like your personal hygiene. Your energetic hygiene matters, and your environmental hygiene matters. And if we let any of it go too long, let's just say it's like catching a cold. It's easier to do because the systems are weakened. So let's use this energy that is pointing us in a creative, imaginative direction. Ask for those creative solutions to whatever challenges are right in front of you, because we are all facing something. And most of it is customized for you, the individual. But I can give you a hint. It's whatever you have postponed the longest. I'm getting ready too. So no one is exempt. Just because I know what's going on does not exempt me from that. We talked about that too on the Instagram, so you'll get a good giggle because we all did. Reach out if you need to and take advantage of this lighter week because last week was so intense. And next week has the Virgo super full moon and Mercury going direct. So without even looking at the activations, next week's going to be a lot. So we have this little slight breather to process, and then next week we start deciding what we're going to do about certain things. So I am very grateful to all of you that participate and listen to these audios and videos and things that I'm putting out. I so appreciate the community and can't wait to connect with you more directly going forward. Happy spring. It's on its way. This is Kelly Beard. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and I am so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate and reach out if and when you need to, Kelly@KarmicTools.com. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, and subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. One love.